I'm in a place called Hakuba, and it is a whole community of dead tennis courts. And I asked folks, why are there so many damn tennis courts all over the place? And then you drive around, you'll see tennis courts everywhere. The reason why there was tennis courts here was there was a tennis boom. And that tennis boom happened at the height of the Japanese economic bubble around that point. And from the story goes is that the prince of Japan, or one of the heir, or whoever, maybe it was the emperor himself, enjoyed playing tennis. So all of Japan got into tennis, and because it was at the boom, basically they could sell, lessons for like ichiman an hour, like $100 an hour for tennis lessons. And then boom died, and now Hakuba is littered with literally thousands of these tennis courts. You see them everywhere. It's kind of really eerie and weird. I'm actually in Hakuba, Japan. This is actually Iwatake, which is a smaller resort off the larger ones, and this is actually the Hakuba Brew Pub, or the brewery. I'm here to do removal. In 1990 or thereabouts, it was announced that the Winter Olympics was going to be in Hakuba, Japan, part of Nagano, and the ski resorts and everything else. And what happened was, because of the economic boom and windfall, Japanese started pouring tens of millions of dollars into building facilities, huge facilities. In a way, going to Hakuba and it's kind of like going to a European community after an apocalypse off-season, because everything is empty, all the restaurants are closed, and everything is like stacked up, and there's trash, and it's just like all piled up from the last season, and they leave it that way. And what I imagine happened was they built all this facility, then the Olympics happened. Sit down here. And then the Olympics left. And I studied the Olympics when I was in college, and this happens. It even happens now. You hear about Brazil, any place that has the Olympics, they spend all this money, or China, for infrastructure that then never is used. It's empty. So that's kind of what happened here in Hakuba. So the community grows from 5,000 to 50,000 or thereabouts, something like that, some crazy numbers like that, residents in their season. Their season really is late December, January, February, March. That's their season. That's it. And then it closes down, April, May, June. That's it. So I came up here not for the walking, not for the tourist season. I came up here actually because I was asked to come up here to remove hornets from someone's house who works in the banking industry in Tokyo. He was stung, his wife is petrified of them, and he wants to wage holy war against these guys. So I've removed a couple of hives, but when I came up here, I was completely blown away. As you know, my passion is known as Foundups. Foundups is the underlining vision that helped inspire Ethereum through what I developed called the Open Innovation Framework that I shared with Michał Alisi, that then basically shared with Vitalik. And Alisi didn't write the white paper, didn't put his name on it, because he knew it was, that he was connected to me. This is my theory. And instead just Vitalik put his name on it, because Vitalik was working as part of Small Planet. But that's a whole new story, and you can watch my videos on that. So anyway, this is an awesome opportunity for us to establish a blockchain community right here in the Japanese Alps during the off-season from April all the way till when the students. So there'll be two sessions. There'll be the professional session, and then there will be the student session. Each session will be 3 months. So if you're coming here, obviously people can come for a week and everything else, but what we're going to do is make it cheaper. If you're coming for 3 months rate, if you're coming for just 2 months rate, if you're coming for 1 month rate, if coming for 1 week, right? So it's going to get more and more expensive. So we want to entice people to come for the entire 3 months. Make sense? Great. So I'm just letting you guys know Michael Trout is now out of his cocoon, and now I'm going to start working on this. I'm going to be pitching to the business community on International Business Community on November 28th. I'm looking to get some folks here who can see this place, because you have to see this place. You can't understand it or grasp it unless you see it, and go from there.